What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day, the postseason edition. Remember, before we get to those pitches, hit that subscribe button. Do it right now. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss any live streams we do, as well as other content, including pitcher interviews. So hit subscribe, and without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Grayson Rodriguez, who had 2 Ks in 1 2/3 innings, but gave up 5 runs on 6 hits and 4 walks. I thought he started out this game pitching pretty well. He had 2 Ks in the first and actually should have been 3 Ks because this 100-mile-an-hour fastball was in the zone but called a ball. Probably because he missed his spot, but this is an 8-ball. You don't have to call your shot. Rodriguez had this 100-mile-an-hour heater as well as his changeup for Ks. And here's an overlay of his 100-mile-an-hour fastball and 85-mile-an-hour changeup. And you can see how that 15-mile-an-hour difference in velocity can really mess with a hitter's timing. I really love Rodriguez's changeup, as well as his overpowering stuff, but he just lost fastball command in this game. And once he did that, it was all she wrote. Here's Grayson Rodriguez talking about that.
Really struggled with command. I think, like I just said, spraying a lot of fastballs out of the zone, falling behind in counts. I think that was the reason for the struggle.
He faced Jordan Montgomery, who had 2 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 4 runs, and got Ks on this fastball at the knees and changeup. Framber Valdez had 5 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs. He picked up Ks on his sinker and got a sword on this curveball, and also had this nasty changeup. But he struggled pretty badly this game, getting only 2 whiffs on his curveball, usually his best pitch. And when Framber struggles with his curveball, it's going to be a long day for him. And he faced yesterday's filthiest starting pitcher of the day, Pablo Lopez. Lopez was absolutely brilliant with 7 strikeouts and 7 scoreless innings, bringing his ERA this postseason down to .71. Before deciding to be a baseball player, he was accepted to medical school at age 16. And you can tell Pablo Lopez would have made an excellent surgeon by how he dissected the Astros. He had these elevated fastballs and got absolutely fired up, and I love when he pitches with emotion because he usually doesn't do it that much. You can tell he was really feeling good yesterday. He also picked up Ks on his 2-seamers, his changeups, and painted with his sweeper. Here's an overlay of his sinker and fastball, and you can see how that combination allows him to exploit the zone north and south. And then his sweeper and changeup allow him to go east and west with it. That's shown in this 3-pitch sequence to Alex Bregman, which was absolutely brilliant. You see Lopez attack Bregman inside with his sinker and changeup, speeding up his bat, and then strikes Bregman out looking with his sweeper on the outer third, buckling him. Here are those 3 pitches overlaid, and you can see what I mean about that east-west attack. So Lopez had Bregman thinking he was going to pound him inside, and instead he gets that sweeper on the outer third, gets the buckle, and backwards K. Just a brilliant sequence. I talked to Pablo Lopez at the All-Star game about the importance of his sweeper, and he developed it just for these reasons.
Pablo, what is up?
Good to see you, brother.
I've always been a huge fan of your changeup, but lately it's been like your curveball, your sweeper that's taken over. Do you feel like those pitches have clicked more for you recently?
They have. I made it a priority during spring training to make sure that I needed more stuff to protect my changeup. My changeup, everyone knew that was my go-to pitch when I needed a big strikeout, when I needed to try to put someone away. So I was looking for other stuff, other pitches to protect it and to allow me to use different parts of the play. Because the play is 17 inches, but if you have all of your stuff moving to, in my case, the arm side, then the batters will be able to eliminate a part of the play. So I was looking for pitches that would allow me to also work on the other side of the play to allow to let me use the east, west, and north, south. So the Twins helped me a lot with the sweeper to incorporate.
Do you have a great grip real quick?
Yeah. So this is like the grips that are called for the seam shifted weight. So I was introduced to that terminology with the Twins because obviously when I used to think sweepers, sliders, I thought it was just like the regular grips.
Right.
When they gave me this grip, I'm like, I have no idea how I can make this spin. Then they explained the science behind it. When you let go of the ball and the air catches the seams in a certain way, then that's when the ball will take off to that side. I like science, I like facts, I like data. So when they told that, I was like, okay, I'm on board. There's some science behind this. It has to work. Then it was a matter of like finding the easiest, most comfortable grip for me to make sure that I was able to spin the ball while keeping some good, fast arm speed. So I remember I was just throwing a bullpen session. They gave me the grip and like, okay, like try to like give this finger like a mini spike. I gave the finger a mini spike, and then just like think of it as a sideways curveball, and then that thing just took off.
During his in-game and post-game interviews, Lopez also talked about the importance of attacking hitters east, west, and north and south, and being unpredictable, and how he scouted the hitters beforehand, knowing exactly what he needed to do.
We wanted to make sure that we were using all sides of the play, you know, like the hitters nowadays are so good. That's such a good lineup that you cannot allow yourself or allow them to like not be thinking of a part of the play. So you have to keep them honest, making sure that you let them know that you're going to go north, south, east, and west. And that was the biggest thing, you know.
Carlos Correa had a great game yesterday too, and has impressed the hell out of me this postseason. And I love Lopez talking about Correa's influence both on him as well as the rest of the team.
So much experience and knowledge to the game, you know. I think he's the kind of player that sometimes it's amazing and surprising that he sees things that no one else can see, you know. And when he's on defense, he makes the unbelievable plays. When he's on offense, he wants the big moments to make something happen, and he can really hype up a team. You know, a lot of guys in our clubhouse maybe don't have the most playoff experience or like these big games, big moments experience, but he's such an incredible source of that kind of information, and he keeps you accountable, he keeps you honest, and he keeps you on the attack. You know, he kept telling me like, think about it as a 0-0 game. You're the closer of every inning, and then just like that's a lot of like the things that no one can see that he can do. You know, he keeps you like on the attack, he keeps you engaged into the game, and like when you see like, it takes a guy to be engaged into the game to keep everyone like that. So I mean, Carlos Correa is just like as good as he gets as a leader, a player, and then a teammate.
Just a brilliant job by Pablo Lopez. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Danny Coulombe had this fastball. Cionel Perez had these fastballs and K-scream. Rafael Montero had these nasty changeups and elevated heater. Hunter Brown had this knuckle curve and elevated fastball for a sword. Phil Maton may have had the filthiest pitch by a reliever yesterday with his 3,229 RPM curveball. And my best reliever yesterday was Cody Bradford, who had these elevated fastballs and curveball on his way to 4 strikeouts and 3 2/3 innings of scoreless pitching. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Corey Seager walked 5 times yesterday, so I thought I'd take a look at his walk mechanics. Look how repeatable they are. That bat toss, the unsnapping of his gloves. So I decided to do a 5-pitch walk overlay of Corey Seager to show how repeatable those mechanics are. That, my friends, is why Corey Seager is elite. What's up, everybody? I wanted to let you know about a special that FanDuel's running today at my request. You can get all of the pitchers throwing today. Yep, Max Fried, Zach Wheeler, Zach Gallen, and Bobby Miller all for 4Ks or more as a parlay. And it's been boosted to plus 300. If you prefer to do your own parlay, well, FanDuel is running a special 30% profit boost on any same-game parlay or same-game parlay plus of 3 legs or more. What would your picks of the day be?